and welcome to
Ding!
I didn't do it.
He
Guys, the
missed that.
stools
Sorry, I
are
didn't know
really
we were doing a
squeaky.
thing.
Don't
These
wiggle
stools are
then.
quite... Sit still.
still.
Ehsaan's first telling off of the episode. Welcome to episode 3. How are we all feeling?
Feeling very good. It's a lovely summer day.
It's hot, innit?
It's lovely.
It's quite warm.
It's warm.
I dressed as a deck chair today.
You dressed like Brighton Beach.
I'm wearing stripy trousers that look very beachy.
The classic
very nice.
blue and white stripes.
Yeah.
I think they're cool.
Has anyone brought any inspiration for this week? Anything they deem worthy of inspiration?
Farah had 3 inspirations that she brought this week.
I brought definitely more than one, but now that you said the whole deem it worthy thing, one of them might be eliminated. First of all, I saw this news article about an ancient chess piece that someone bought for £5 and it could sell for $1 million.
Wow.
Honestly, I'm sold already. Ideas 2 and 3 had better be good, because ideas are brewing already in my
What
head.
are the ideas that are brewing from this?
Where's this from, this chess piece? Do we know? Because
I
I'm
didn't
thinking
read the
some sort of weird local folk music.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking. You were thinking
yes.
folky.
We could
potentially.
do
If it's
the-
Mongolian,
Some sort of the legend of the chess piece, like some sort of ancient
yeah, we could try and
story,
figure out where it's
a
from. If we
folk
don't
song.
know.
I did the classic thing of reading the headline and then just concluding from that.
Oh yeah, well, there's no point reading
Nobody
the
reads
article.
the actual articles.
I did train for 5 years in Mongolian music, so...
Oh yeah,
That is true.
that is very true. And
That is
Ehsaan can
true.
draw on his mountain upbringing as well.
Yes, I'm from the mountains. That's what we said, and it's true.
My other thing, just before we delve too much into that, this is in the form of a video, so we might have to cut
That's
out the moment.
really great content.
For a podcast. Basically, I was walking along and I saw this car and I filmed it for you guys to see.
It's no chess piece. It's no
No, it's
chess
cool.
piece.
Yeah,
Look,
I'm not so
okay.
sold on this, but
It's at a traffic light and it's just there. It's completely stopped. The traffic light's green. There's no drivers. The seatbelts are still done up. It's just been abandoned.
It's a ghost car.
It's like the drivers vanished. The seatbelts are still done up. Something crazy happened there.
Okay. And
what's your third idea?
What was my third idea?
It's not a bad idea, the second idea, actually.
Ghost car.
I thought maybe that's not quite the chess piece, but we could make a weird ghost story.
Could have
I
a
can imagine
Scooby-Doo
you.
vibe.
Yeah, I can imagine like some woo, and then you like leaning close in to the thing.
The music video
thriller
could have
esque.
torches.
Yeah. I could get a theremin going on this.
My third discussion point was less of a piece of inspiration, but more just a thought that I've been having, which is I realised how little I know about geography and where all the countries are in the world
right,
and
yeah.
distances between them.
Right. We did
So-
mention a lot of geography inside Salah Ballad.
Oh, we did. We
Was
did.
that all just a lie?
You
from
know, was it me that says geographically? I
Yeah.
always felt like a fraud when I said that.
I mean, that was our first clue, really,
I
how
don't-
you pronounce that word.
I don't know. I don't know any geography.
Yeah.
Like an educational song that was just kind of listing countries and how far they are away from each other. I
Like-
would find that helpful.
Like the periodic table song.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that?
Yes.
Have you seen the video of Daniel Radcliffe doing it?
No.
Daniel
You
Radcliffe
can-
doing the periodic... No, I've
Yeah.
seen him doing that weird alphabet rap, but I haven't seen him
Daniel
doing the
Radcliffe
periodic...
as in ex-Harry Potter.
Yeah.
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 No, always Harry Potter.
Yeah.
He's not ex-Harry Potter.
I'm sure he'll love that. Yes.
Have you seen him doing the alphabet rap?
Yes.
The one where it speeds up by the
It's
time he gets to
insane.
Z. Oh, it's amazing.
I can imagine
quite a
that
good
he's the
rapper.
kind of celebrity that might listen and go, I'd get involved with that.
Yeah.
So if you want to be featured in an episode, Daniel Radcliffe, we're at Dingflube.
We could add him right now. We should add him on Instagram.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Does he have
We
Instagram?
can send him a DM and be like, we've got a project idea for you.
2.3 million followers.
Nice, it's nice.
It's not as
Similar
many
level
as
to us.
Dingflube.
No, a couple more than us.
Is that
like
your
it is
vanilla
him.
Coke?
It is my vanilla
Nice.
Coke.
Good life choices.
Ready?
Oh, that was a real sound, fans.
You're welcome.
I like the vanilla Coke.
Oh. Sorry, that's my noisy street.
There are a lot of sound effects in today's episode.
Yeah.
Do you think we close the window and improve the sound quality even
Yeah.
like swelter in here?
We may have to remove clothes.
Question, did anyone else bother to bring any inspiration or was it just me? Pete, you were the one that reminded us that inspiration
I
was a
did.
thing.
I trimmed my nose hair yesterday.
Yes.
It was quite a moment. It's for the first time I've ever done it.
Is it because you're getting
Oh,
old?
I
Well,
see.
yeah, it's the thing. I felt quite sad, but at the same time noble.
That's like me when I discovered my first grey hair. I felt
Any
like
more appeared?
I've got many now, yeah.
Oh, where are they?
You can find one here. There's one.
You can find one here at...
They're going to have their own Instagram account.
Are they? Back to your nose then.
So what do we think of the
Not your nose
choices?
there. I don't know. I clearly wasn't inspired by anything.
Were you not?
Not in America. Did nothing happen that you think...
I've been quite inspired by the electric scooter thing that is happening. I think that they are a fantastic way to be getting around. They're good for the environment, they're a lot of fun, they don't take a lot of energy because you just get on and you press a button. I don't think it's quite ding material.
This episode is
But I
sponsored by
like them.
electric scooters, apparently.
I like electric scooters. We got to ride one at work.
Did
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we used
What? Why?
because somebody brought one in and we played with it in the back car park.
They get up to like 20 miles an hour, they're
Yeah,
fast.
they're really fast. I nearly fell off. And also, it's quite hard to turn.
It's
That's
not
what
that
I
hard. No, it's like when you're on a motorbike, you need to just like...
You have to sort of lean into
Yeah, you
it.
have to lean into it.
Yeah, and I didn't realise that, so it's quite hard. I would quite like one.
Yeah, me too.
Scooter.
I actually saw a guy on an electric scooter just outside here.
Send us electric scooters.
If you're a
Then-
fan, consider buying us all an electric scooter. I'd like
Between
mine
our
to be
races.
decorated like a bee.
A bee.
Yeah,
Throwback.
yeah. And then they could all have all of our bee names on the front.
I'd want a little cool box on the front so I can store salad in mine.
Oh, very...
Throwback.
And what are you going to put on yours?
am I gonna
Bea?
put in
Depends
mine?
what we do in
What are you
this
going to throw
episode.
back to? We've already thrown back to 2 different episodes, and
I'm going to put my trimmed nose hair in a little basket in the front.
it was like a throwback, but also bringing it all together.
Oh, I loved that.
I feel like it's the end of the episode now.
We're done. Okay. Okay, our options for this episode.
Ancient chess piece.
Ancient
We
chess
have
piece.
5 options. 3 options.
Ghost car.
Yes.
The world is big.
World is big. It was so good I'd forgotten what it was. The world
Yes.
is big.
Nose hair.
Nose
Oh
hair.
yeah, another great one there. and electric scooters.
All right,
Electric
I'm so
scooters.
annoyed at this chair.
I'm sorry. Do you want the?
I'm going to get the
do you want
piano stool. Yes,
this
please.
instead? Sorry. Sorry, just.
Is it the chair or is it me?
Yeah, you're still
I'm just a
talking
creaky
from-
boy. Maybe it's my legs.
It's not actually the stool.
You seem so
I'm
small.
much lower than the other 2 right now, but it's
Aw,
okay because I'm
it's
taller
really
than them in
cute.
real life. So
It's really cute.
now I know how it feels.
This is how we feel all the time. Okay, so I was liking the idea of a little folky chess piece number.
We could get some throat singing.
Does anyone
How
want
do
to
you do
try?
that? How do you do throat sing? Is it not just... Do you not always use your throat to sing?
Ooh,
Oh, that was... that was lovely.
Very hidden talent.
Knight to E3.
I think we've started the chess piece idea.
What's your throat singing like, Farah?
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
we
know how
should
you
all-
do it. What do you do?
I just try and sound hungover, I guess. Yeah, no. I don't know.
No.
Do you? Can you growl down here? Yeah, it seems. Yeah, louder. Go on, give us some welly.
I'm just gonna put the mic closer to you, just for.
That was very, very quiet. Come on, you can do this. You're a vocalist.
How?
It really comes from down here. Go on,
Pete,
give it one more
Pete,
go.
your go. Was that just a burp? What was that?
The air
like-
did get fouler.
Honestly,
That vanilla Coke is just.
I have a question. Is
Yes.
actually anything that we just did throat singing, or are all of us just kind of grunting?
I feel like every episode we alienate a different community. And this week it's the throat singing community. So I think we're going for chess piece.
I think we're
I
going
think
for the
so.
chess piece.
There's no point deliberating the possibility of those because we could use them another time. But
Okay.
I think we're feeling chess piece today.
Ding!
Ding!
Big.
So Farah, can you tell us more about the chess piece that we're basing this on?
Yes.
The only information I have is bought for £5, kept in a drawer for 55 years, now may sell for £1 million. Ancient chess piece.
Wow. Look, show me the
picture of
picture.
him.
Are you on chess.com?
No.
Which is honestly a website I just found.
That's when you're going to the dark web. This is not safe.
Chess.com. Yeah, I had the same headline.
sold for 735,000 what?
Farah, that's honestly quite a
Geography and numbers,
Numbers.
not your
Nuts.
forte.
That's not 1 million. That's the point I'm
It's like when you
making.
don't deal with numbers regularly in your day-to-day life.
£735,000 is not the same as £1 million.
It's not, but it's not too far away, and I don't know if we want to find out more
I don't
information.
really
or
want
if
to.
we want
I
to
think we
invent
should.
information.
We just want the inspiration, not the facts.
To be fair, it is chess.com, so we can't trust it.
We're not creating a news article in the form of song.
Do we know what piece it was? Was it a knight or was it a king?
It looks like a bishop or a knight.
What
Isn't
kind
he
of chess
holding
piece would last
It's
that
got a
long?
bishopy hat on.
I feel like he's holding a shield on that side, though.
Yeah, maybe.
And then that's a sword.
Maybe he's a knight.
I think it is a knight.
But knights are usually horses or on horses.
That's very true.
Yeah.
I think he's a knight that lost his horse.
Let's have a look. That's quite
Maybe
a good...
he's looking for his horse.
We have a story.
We do. We've got a story. There's a narrative. We're off.
The
Okay.
horseless knight.
The horseless knight.
We'll post the picture of the knight on Instagram at Dingflew.
We
so
will.
you can
One
see what
day.
we're seeing.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to say he's not a knight.
Definitely not a
They're going to
knight.
comment and be like, do you know how to play chess?
Guys, I think that's a pawn. I think it's a pawn.
Yeah, but there's so many words that rhyme with knight.
Knight,
That
bright,
is true.
fight.
Sight,
Yeah, look.
light, plight,
I'm going to start writing.
Yeah. Oh no, that's you in comedy.
scratton, pattern.
Blue.
Blue. What kind of genre of music are we going for?
Yeah, I'm thinking some general folk song. I'm imagining our fans around a campfire. Narrator Pete gets his
Panpipes.
no,
No on the pang pipes.
the pang pipes.
I don't know what-
Two pang for pipes.
Two pang for pang pipes.
How do you feel about one of us? Well, think of a role for the third person. But one of us is a narrator telling the story, and then one of us is 100% the knight.
The voice
The
of the
knight.
knight.
And in my mind, he's a squeaky knight. He's not confident.
Could you give us a demonstration?
He's an ancient knight.
Oh, where's my horse gone?
He's an ancient knight that's worth £1 million.
Just consider it. I don't think we're
I've considered it and I don't like
I'm writing it down. Squeaky knight.
I like the idea that his horse could have had a squeaky voice, and that's the one we've lost.
someone with a squeaky voice. I'd love a squeaky voice. I'm envisioning a squeaky voice.
We know that your high voice is very good, Peter.
Maybe I'm the horse. Maybe this is the voice of the
It could be their voyage together, and then the horse obviously doesn't make it because he doesn't make it to
There
the final
could
chess
be
piece.
all of our stories could be in the same universe.
Sorry, what?
All of our ding songs could be in the same universe, and you could have the same voice for the horse as
The horse is also
as organic
Vermcast.
salad, and maybe they're the same somehow. We're not going to allude to it, but it will be a crazy fan theory.
A little Easter egg.
Just letting you guys know that this is
What
the fan
about-
theory that you will write.
A horseless knight's tale.
I like a horseless knight's tale,
I'm writing it down.
because then we don't know if the tail is the horse's tail or
The knight's
the
tale.
knight's tail. Farah doesn't look happy with any of these title suggestions, I have to say.
We can loop back to it. We can loop back. It's just I've only underlined it once, not twice. It's not confirmed. Right. So it's going to be the story of the knight.
Yes, I
what
think so.
happened to him? Where did he come from?
I think it's the story for before he got shut in the drawer, right? He was a magnificent knight on this chessboard.
Not in my mind, but okay.
Okay.
We're having artistic differences. What position do knights normally start in on a chessboard?
They start in between the castle and the bishop. It's a good starting place.
That's good knowledge.
Maybe he's a knight that didn't move in L formation and has somehow got separated from the other pieces, and that's why he's still around, and all his comrades.
Stuck to the board and he L-shaped his way out of there.
And he jumped. He L-shaped and he forgot to L-shape and jumped.
He was thinking outside the board.
It's a dangerous.
Write that down, Peter Noden.
I mean, we've got it recorded. It was genius.
Maybe he could have been prophesying to all his friends, like, guys, there's more to life than this board. Come with me. And they were like, don't be stupid.
I like
We
it.
know
I like
nothing
it.
other than the black and white squares that we just jump around on. And he's like, no, I know there's something more. And he goes off on this adventure. Or maybe his horse did go
wow.
with him, but he lost his horse out there. And that's
I like
why
that.
all of
I
his
like
friends
that.
are like, see, your horse didn't make it.
I like this. His friends, none of his friends wanted to go with him, but he was like, "There's more to the world than just
The
this
chessboard.
black and white fighting. We could make an anti-racism song."
Yeah.
Oh my
There's
God,
more to the
this
world
is-
than black and white.
Yeah.
And he left, and his horse came with him, but his horse didn't make it.
There are so many levels to this song because also it's just like not doing what you've been like told to do and sticking in your square and like maybe you should break away and make your own path.
That's good.
What should we call him? Fred? I don't know, something great.
I think he's called Fred.
Fred the horseless knight.
I envision a slightly different structure to the song, to our previous songs.
Okay.
Well, maybe we can do verse, chorus, but maybe we could have it more like a campfire folk song where it's mostly just verse, verses.
Oh, I like
and it's a story.
Yes.
I like that.
And there could maybe be a line or two at the end of each verse, which brings it back to everything.
I like
a nice rhyming cut.
Like a
at the
small...
end.
Yes.
Very Shakespearean. Very
We're all on the
Shakespearean.
same page.
Also very Tenacious D.
It is. It very much is.
It's
It
our
is, isn't it?
tribute.
It
This
is.
is our tribute.
Doodle doodle doodle.
I don't want to brag to you guys, but we're in the zone today. We are nailing episode 3.
Okay. Hope you're still with us. Okay.
I hope we have a
We're
fan
like,
after
we're
we
nailing
record
it, and they're
this.
like, no, you're not.
So are you imagining maybe like the same line at the end of each verse?
Potentially. The same melody or maybe the same line, similar
Yeah.
line. Yeah, something like that.
Something about how he knew that there was more to life than
Mm-hmm.
the board or whatever. Maybe he wanted to think, I'm gonna.
And he
What?
knew there was more than the board, so he jumped away. I don't know, so, you know.
I liked the Auntie knew there was more than the board.
Yes.
I'm going to write in a different colour.
So I'm imagining the narrator is kind of doing most of the song, but
Yeah.
whenever the knight says something, the
new
knight
voice
speaks,
comes
and
in.
then when the horse or other characters say something, and that person speaks.
He's so smug.
It's very Tenacious D. It's great. Tenacious D, if you'd like to follow us, we are
Greatly appreciate
at
it.
Dean Floob.
How's the story going to start? What's our first verse?
I reckon verse 1 is your classic setting up the main character as being slightly different to everyone in his home.
Yeah, he's on the board, he's playing the chess games as you should, but he's really unhappy with that, and he knows that there's other things out there. Maybe he floats the idea to his friends, and they go, no, don't be stupid.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh,
This is like
Okay, good. Second verse.
he fully goes off the board.
Straight away?
Straight away, because there's a lot that he could do. I'm imagining him meeting other pieces, like he meets a rogue backgammon piece when he's off the board. You know,
Oh yeah, maybe he sees other games. Maybe he's like,
this
oh my
feels
god,
like a
look
Pixar film screenplay. I think
at this. Does
This is
feel
classic.
like
We shouldn't release this.
this is classic Bugs Life, Toy
such a
Story.
good idea that
We should hang on to this.
We should hang on to this because he's going to go out there and he's going to meet Cluedo and he's going to meet Mr. Monopoly and he's going to realise that, you know.
Yeah, it's Jenga. He'll meet them all.
Kaplunk.
Kablanka.
So second verse, off the board.
He goes off the board with his horse,
Yeah, with the horse. What's the horse's name?
Brian.
Sandra. Oh.
Oh, I quite like Fred and Sandra.
Fred and Sandra.
And they go and they have an adventure. So we need to have some exciting parts of the story and then it needs to end in tragedy when Sandra clearly doesn't make it back to the board again.
Maybe he gets trapped in the drawer at the end.
Oh my god, so he never knows what happens to Sandra.
Oh my god, I love it.
Is that too sad though?
No, a lot of folk songs do have a sad ending. Third verse, he meets lots of things.
I definitely want him to meet some people.
And he should learn something from each person he meets.
Yeah, like we said Cluedo, Jenga, Pombears. It could be a whole host
What's
of
a-
things. Because
Maybe he finds a Monopoly house and he thinks, I could live here.
Because he's probably
No, I'm
he's
bigger than a Monopoly house. I can't live
It
here.
has no doors or windows.
he's always going to be striving for somewhere, and everywhere he's going, there's a reason that he can't live there.
Or maybe he should go there and he could be like, look, this board has so many different types of square. It doesn't have just black and white and nothing else. It's got like different places and there's so much variety. And then he could still be like, but still, they're all still stuck on a board. And then he can move on and then find a game that isn't on a board. And
He's trying to find the board that he belongs in, and he doesn't work on any of the. He doesn't work on Ludo, doesn't work on Snakes and Ladders, but he still also wants everyone to get along. And by the end, everyone is all over everyone's boards. It's just a massive orgy of board games. Except that he gets trapped in a drawer.
This takes a turn. I thought this was like an epic noble tale.
And then I feel like he should maybe meet
Jenga, Cluedo. Let's stick to classics, I think.
Pictionary.
Snakes and Ladders.
Scrabble.
Snakes. I like Snakes and Ladders being quite a dramatic verse where he like kills the beast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe the snake attacks Sandra.
And he saves her.
Yeah, and he's like, well, this isn't the board for us. Quite a dramatic verse.
A battle. And Jenga.
A
Jenga,
battle.
Jenga's weird. Jenga's not a board
It's
game,
not a
so
board game,
it
no.
could be quite weird. It could be a good addition there. In
He
that
could be
sense.
like, what is this?
He could be
And
like,
then-
I don't know where I go. There's
Maybe-
no board.
Maybe the Jenga starts to fall and he runs away from it and ends up falling into the drawer. And that's how he gets trapped in the drawer.
Jenga's the last verse.
The Tower of Jenga.
It is a bit of an epic sort of Helm's Deep sort of battle
Oh,
situation.
absolutely. Absolutely. It's a classic second in the trilogy. Like, big battle, wizard on a horse. But in this case,
This
it's
is Lord
a
of the
knight.
Rings. It's Lord of the Rings.
Farah, have you never seen Lord of the
I
Rings?
know that it's Lord of the Rings. Thank you.
Is there a board game that involves horses other than chess? Because maybe Sandra could go and...
She can
find her
his own,
people.
and then she doesn't have to serve him.
You know, like
forever.
hungry
This
hippos,
could
but
have
with
a bit of
horses or something else.
Hungry horses.
a bit of a feminist vibe instead of him just saving her the whole time. Maybe she's like,
She's a strong,
I've
independent
found my
mare.
own. I'm not going to just let you ride me around. I've found my own place now.
Fifth verse, Sandra finds her people.
Yeah, Sandra finds independence.
That was so quick. That was so like fifth verse. Sandra finds her people, obviously.
Finds
Classic fifth verse.
her independence.
Yeah.
Where?
Steed.
Toy horses? Did you say?
Maybe, or like maybe she
Like
just
games with
My
horses.
Little Ponies.
It's fantastic.
I really liked having little toy My Little Ponies because you could like plait their hair and stuff. It was cute. There was a while that they were gifts in Happy Meals from McDonald's.
Yeah, those gifts have got rubbish.
Yeah, they used to be so good. You used to get a My Little Pony and a Happy Meal. Those were the days.
It truly made you happy.
Yeah, I was thrilled.
Now it's like a meh meal.
Yeah, it's like they don't want you to eat junk food anymore or something. Like at the time, it motivated
What
me
kind
to
of world
eat
is this?
so much McDonald's just to collect all of the My Little Ponies.
So sixth verse, he's all on his own. Jenga
Then he's
happens.
and then he has no backup. Oh, this is
He
kind
can't
of
get away fast enough because he hasn't got a horse
'cause
anymore.
Sandra left him.
Is he left in a been
What is the
neglected
moral of this
through the
story?
years?
If you adventure away, then you get killed.
He should be.
Stay where you were born.
Never ever.
That's a terrible
Do
message.
not-
I love that as a
Yeah.
message. That's so.
But we can't kill him for adventuring because
I
that's
think
a
when
terrible
he gets
story.
rediscovered hundreds of years later, there has to be a reunion of some kind.
There has to be.
What, of Sandra and him? And he can meet all of her little horse
Or maybe he
babies.
starts his own community in the drawer.
Quite possibly.
well, no,
He finds neglected
in the
toys from
drawer.
history. Tamagotchis, Beyblades. They've all-
Furbies!
Boneheads.
Maybe he finds something even better in the drawer, exactly.
And they build houses out of like Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yes, and then he gets reunited with his people at the end, but he's like, I love you guys, but you guys have your life now, and I've got my life. So I'm going to love you, but I've got my life, and I'm going to stay in the drawer.
With the draw people.
With the draw people. Right, 6 versus the draw people. We need to
No,
introduce the
Tower of Jenga is sixth verse.
Have we got 6 verses
A
already?
panpipe instrumental to show the passage of time.
With some, like, bongo drums. I don't know.
And then the seventh
Pete is on
verse.
it. Pete's brain has gone to places that I don't quite understand. But he's writing very fast. He's like, we clearly need a panpipe instrumental to show the passage of time.
And then the seventh verse is someone discovering the new community and describing it. Here we go. I think this will really work at the end of each verse. And he knew there
What
was
did I
more
say?
than the board.
And then even when he doubts himself in the hard times, he could be like, and he still knew that there was more than the board.
He knew
Absolutely.
there was more than the board, so he galloped away.
Oh, I like this.
Very Game of Thrones.
Yes, we need a
We need
little
a
drum.
drum.
We do.
Do we want to
Should we start writing these 7 verses?
Should we move to the piano?
Yes,
Because
okay.
I think we need a melody
I
that
already-
goes across each verse.
Yeah, I've already
if
got
that
it.
makes sense.
I know what's happening. I think a verse should be 4 of those.
Okay, good. Because
And he knew there was more than the board. Our creative process, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so forward. And he knew there was more.
This tale is a tale of a knight named Fred.
This tale is a tale of a knight named Fred and his trusty sidekick Sandra.
And it's trusty Sandra. I can't even say it.
His trusty steed named Sandra.
This tale is a tale of a knight named Fred and his trusty steed Sandra.
And his trusty seed, Sandra.
Steed.
Very much steed.
His trusty
This tale is a tale of a knight named Fred and his trusty steed Sandra.
This tale is a tale of a knight named
I want
Fred,
to play
his
on
trusty
something
seed,
that's like,
Sandra.
who's a piece on a board, but
he
he
knew
was
there was
bored
more.
and not at peace.
Bored and bored.
Hey, Noden, what did you drink this morning?
Beta Noden.
Beaten
And his trusty steed Sandra.
But I need...
Yeah, we need to formulate that then.
He was a chess piece. Sometimes you just gotta tell people.
He was a chess piece, but he wasn't at peace, and he was also rather bored.
And while,
It's going very Monty Python.
And while on the board, he was bored. He was a chess
wait.
piece, but he wasn't at peace, and on the board, he was bored. I love it!
It's going to be a nightmare to record this.
It's gonna be a knight's tale.
Between the bishop and castle he stood.
They stood.
they stood because it's both of them.
He's on Sandra.
Yeah. Between the bishop and castle they stood, and in an L they moved. One for the chess fans out there.
In an L they moved.
I love that so much.
Say that again.
I was in chess club at school.
Me too.
I never won a single match.
Oh.
That was awful. I don't know why I was
there.
there.
You were both in chess club.
I don't know why I was there.
Wow.
Between the bishop and castle they stood, and
in an L they moved.
But he knew there was more than the board.
You've just rhymed board with board and board.
How many times can we get the word board into this song? Okay, verse 1. Boom.
Wow.
We are streamlining today.
He moves off the board,
They
and
finally
Sandra's
leave
up
the
for
board.
it.
And Sandra's up for it.
Sandra's up for it. Something else should happen. This should be exciting.
Okay,
They're going on an adventure.
I think you should have one of the chess pieces telling him that
Yeah.
he can't go. The king, he said, don't venture out there.
Yeah, write that down.
The king.
I don't know.
And we're going to have Ehsaan's king voice.
The king.
Don't venture out there.
He said, don't. The king, he said, don't venture out there. The queen, she said, you're a fool.
I like that. Is that your bid for voicing the queen? Was that?
I'm just working in lines for myself there.
The king, he said, don't venture out there. The queen, she said,
You're
you
a
fool.
But Fred and Sanj.
Sanj.
Sanj. Can we call her
But
Sanj?
Fred and Sandra.
They left the squares and they...
Yes.
Something about going to the edge of the board.
Oh yeah, looking over the edge, being like, should we step off the squares?
But Sandra and Fred looked out of the window and saw there was a swimming pool.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Fred didn't want to fight anymore. Something about they don't want to keep battling on the chessboard. Something about not wanting to fight
there's
anymore.
more to this life than just...
Sandra and
killing
Fred, they
for
said
sport.
there's more to life. We don't need to fight the whites.
I was just thinking that. Let's not do this.
We're done with this fight.
I'm more than a knight.
Yeah, I like a rhyme there.
Oh!
I like a rhyme there.
I'm more than a
knight.
knight.
It would be great if we could rhyme it with this, if we could.
Fool, school, cruel. These endless
Than my
battles
stool.
are cruel.
Do we need to say...
Ooh.
Ooh. Do we need to say that they said this?
These endless battles are cruel, said Fred, and then you go into
Yes,
the third line.
these endless battles are cruel.
That's
said
so
Fred.
good. That's so good. These endless battles.
Done this fight, I'm more than a knight. These endless battles are cruel, said Fred.
So they went to the edge and made a pledge to the pieces who'd gathered around.
Nice.
There's adventure out there beyond the board. It's still a bit of a recall.
Yeah,
Is
definitely.
there's a venture out there a pledge? Could it be something like we'll find what's out there
Yeah.
beyond the board?
what's out there.
Because then it's more of like a statement of
We're
purpose.
going to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then
First.
I think there should be some crazy violin solo.
Yes, I think so. Which symbolises jumping off the board.
Yes. Because there needs to be something dramatic because they've left the board now. So
Absolutely.
There we go.
it
Perfect.
wasn't on the fiddle, but it's close.
We don't have a fiddle right now.
Verse 3 is about them meeting the Monopoly people and variety, but they're still stuck on a board.
Yeah, but they're still on the board.
Still stuck in the boundaries of a board.
Write it.
So we need to say they
They came across-
galloped along and they found some Monopoly.
I think the
house.
first verse should set the scene, right?
It does.
We don't even know that they've jumped off yet.
Oh.
You mean line?
The first
Around the
line.
room.
The first line of verse 3.
Some sort of travelling.
Sandra galloped and Fred looked out and spied a house of green. Sandra galloped and Fred looked out and spied a house of green.
Sandra galloped and Fred sat back.
This is a feminist comment here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to go for green or red or blue or whatever rhymes well?
All right.
Well, no,
let's
because
leave it, let's leave
Monopoly,
it.
the houses are green and the hotels are red, isn't it?
Are they or they're the colour of whatever? Oh no, I'm thinking of a different
you're
game.
thinking-
Yeah. I think the houses are
Something
green.
They found a small
They
house.
found a house that was small and green.
Green.
Sandra said, I won't fit in there.
It's not going to be obvious from just this first line
But
that
they've
this is
shown-
Monopoly.
They could meet the Monopoly man.
A mustachioed man.
A mustachioed man.
A mustachioed man, he called himself Monop.
A mustachioed man tried to sell it to them.
Yes.
Mustachioed
A
man tried to sell it to them.
Sandra said, I won't fit.
I won't fit.
Yeah.
Your squares may be varied.
Oh.
Fred, yes.
Yeah,
Fred
Stead is
speak.
saying, your squares may be varied.
Squares may be faired and your...
And you may have cards.
And your people can take chances.
There may be some chances and there may be some money.
Your squares may be varied, you may have cards and your people may take chances.
But you're
still
stuck in the boundaries of a board.
Alright, I guess it's written.
So this needs to
People
be
may have chances,
in
but
Fred's
you're still
voice.
stuck in the boundaries of a board. Of a board.
Said Fred.
Of a board. Said Fred. Yeah, okay.
Okay, verse 4. So what's happening in this one? Snakes and ladders.
The battle.
Homes deep.
Something like they pushed on, but their way was blocked by a field of ladders and snakes. Just, mix it up. Not snakes and ladders.
Oh, I like that.
I like serpent.
Serpent.
Yeah.
Serpents and steps.
And he's like,
Serpents and steps.
Should we play a game of serpents and steps?
I liked it. So they ventured on, but their way was
Blocked
but the
by
way
a
was
field
blocked.
of serpents and steps.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we should make some reference about should we cross and then they decide with the roll of a dice or something.
Can there at some point please just be someone just doing a horse noise? And then we go, said Sandra.
How was that?
I would love that.
Maybe the last one of this one is like, and so began the battle of the board, then instrumental that's like the battle.
Oh yeah.
Lots of like sword sounds,
Yeah.
hissing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next verse is
The Wilhelm
the
scream.
battle was
for sure.
over and they found the farm.
Yeah, the serpent should speak. The serpent should speak.
Serpent should
and the
definitely
serpent
speak.
hiss, you may go no further.
I like your serpent
Someone just
voice.
auditioned for the voice of the serpent, didn't
Somebody
they?
just got it, I think.
Someone's landed the role. What did you say though? I quite liked it.
Be you angel.
Yeah, that's, I was also trying to channel that. I don't know, what did I say?
The way it
Something
is.
about dice.
For the way it, you may go no further. Roll a dice or pay
Roll
a price.
my dice. Pay the price.
Climb the steps or slide down my back.
I think we have an auditionee for the role of the serpent.
Your
Climb the
options here are
steps.
few.
Climb the steps.
I like that a lot!
Climb the steps or slide down my back. The options here are few. So Fred drew his sword, and he
Sandra
said nay.
Sandra said nay, because she's a horse.
Oh wow. Oh my goodness.
Sandra said nay.
I like it.
Climb these steps or slide
Slide
down my back.
Your options here are few.
Fred drew his sword and Sandra said nay.
Sandra should say nay first. Sandra said nay, and Fred drew his sword, and they both battled past.
Fred should say something.
Climb.
Why? Fred had to hold 2 lines in the last verse.
Alright.
Nay, get back, you
For the
beast!
past.
And Fred drew his sword. Just extend Sandra's line a bit.
So yeah, Sandra said nay. Stay back, fell beast.
Fell beast. Going for the ye olde language here. Sandra said nay, get back, fell beast. And Fred drew his sword. And so began the battle of the board.
And then he
'Cause
ran sword with board.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the first natural rhyme we've had.
It's the first unforced rhyme. Then battle instrumental.
Yeah, okay.
Verse 5.
So this is now Sandra finds her independence.
The battle was won.
The battle was won, and
our heroes pushed on.
our hero.
Oh.
The battle was won. Our heroes pushed on, and they were
For
fine.
they knew there was more to see.
Yes,
Very
the battle. But something.
Caught Sandra's
Was
eye.
Yeah.
The flick of a tail. The trot of a hoof.
My little pony.
My little pony. There was more to see.
But alas, Sandra's eye was caught by the
Oh.
flick of a tail of a
Little
little pony.
But
oh,
alas,
I just want to get
alas is
in there.
fantastic. Alas is staying.
Can we change it?
But alas, Sandra saw.
Instead of but what ho can we see over here, yonder?
What ho?
Sorry, what?
But what ho could we see yonder?
Are we
Yonder.
pirates now?
Sandra.
What ho is going in?
Can this whole line just be, but alas, what ho?
But alas, what ho do I see yonder?
Do I see yonder
Some
a group of...
ponies galloping free. Just little ponies
But
galloping
alas,
ponies
what
free.
ho do I see yonder?
Little
Little
ponies
ponies
galloping
galloping
free.
free.
Said Sandra.
There's so many great characters that people can dress up with from this story.
Little ponies galloping free, said
I
Sandra.
found my family.
I found my people, I know what I want, and I'm gonna leave you, Fred.
I do quite like that.
I found my people, I
I
know
found my
what
people,
I want.
I know what I want. Goodbye, I wish you well.
And Fred, he
Went
felt
to Dawn
far from
without a
his
horse.
board.
He felt far from the
That's
board.
good, he did
Yeah.
feel far from the board. I found my people,
I know what I
I
want.
know what I
She's
want.
getting a lot of dialogue in this verse. isn't she?
She's going to be out for
making
the
up
rest
for the
of
previous
the... she's
verses.
also about to be cut from the story, so...
Verse
Sad
6.
It's all been like this so far. And then at the end it's like... it to be slow and sad.
Alone, Fred wandered, without his nobles, without a horse. He came across a tower, both tall and unstable. People were removing the pieces. He said, "What are you doing? Why are you removing the pieces? It already looks unstable."
And then they're adding them to the
And then the
top.
tower of Jenga began to fall. So Fred ran. He ran fast, but he'd never ran before. His hamstrings were poor, but the tower continued to fall. The tower of Jenga's still falling, and Fred was still running, until he finally fell into a trough, where he stayed for 700 years or more.
That's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
But I think that's what it is.
Pretty good, yeah.
I think we leave that.
Yeah.
No, I think it needs work.
Did you not think that was
It was very
art?
good.
I think that was art.
I think that was very, very
I
good.
almost feel like it's too good to write down.
I think it's
he
very
just needs
good.
to do it again off the cuff.
Yeah.
I think no, because there was parts of that could have been improved.
Okay, so
Okay.
it starts.
I don't know what I said though. Fred wandered. I don't know why I'm doing like an impersonation of Stewie Griffin. It's very weird. But Fred wandered. He wandered and he didn't have a horse.
Yeah, Fred wandered on. He had no horse.
Fred wandered on, sad and alone.
Yes, sad and alone.
You should ponder something here. Before the tower,
Pondering.
Should I have left?
king and
Should
queen
I have
right. Now I am stuck, horseless, in the dead of night.
The king and queen right.
Came across a tower,
Both tall
both tall,
and unstable. That's what I said, I think.
both tall and unstable.
Unstable.
Maybe we shouldn't say the unstable bit now. Maybe he should think he's seen a tower. I'm going to see everything. And then
But
as he
came
climbs
across a
it, he
tower.
realises it's
The
unstable.
instability
Became obvious.
becomes obvious.
But he came across a tower and he thought, this is my chance.
I'll climb and see what there is to see. See.
I don't know if you can all hear this, but there is just a in the background.
Someone is drilling
Sounds like an
furiously.
extremely monotonous wasp.
And he thought, this is my chance to see all there is to see.
Maybe then I'll know where I belong.
Oh, yes.
Maybe then I'll know where I belong.
So he started to climb and he...
Yeah, he's just start to climb.
But then,
This
so
is,
he
this
started.
is this is Sam climbing up Mount Doom, guys.
So-
I'm telling you.
So he started to climb, but the tower was unstable.
With every single step, he fell on the table. I like it.
I feel like this bit, as it builds, should just have a choir in the background going, Jenga!
Yes, I agree. That's so good.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's such a good idea.
Oh my god.
Like when they have really dramatic Latin
I absolutely
that no one knows what it means.
was not expecting you to say that at all. That took me so off guard. Wow.
So he started to climb, but the tower was unstable. With every single step, a piece fell to the table. So Fred tried to
So Fred tried to run and get his tenses right.
So Fred tried to run.
No, but
the
as the
classic-
tower
that's-
shaked...
None of us could do
But
tenses right now.
but as the tower quaked...
He ran, but was not able. Big verse 6.
It's the crux of the story, isn't it?
And finally, so now we've got verse 7, which is us discovering him in the drawer. But don't feel sorry for Fred. We're into the major. But don't feel sorry for Fred.
For you.
Maybe
for-
this should just be a spoken.
Yeah, this could be like a...
But don't feel sorry for Fred.
He found his people.
But do you know what was in that drawer? A tribe. People who were different. Just like Fred.
This, yes, all of this. Don't feel sorry for Fred. Because do you know what was in that drawer? List lots of things.
Tamagotchi's Furbies.
With Fred's help.
With Fred's help, they built cities in that drawer.
And then, what's the final line?
And Fred knew he made the right choice to leave his
And he
place.
knew
If he hadn't, he should
There
have.
was more.
And he knew there was more than the board.
than the board. Great, I think we're there.
Wow. That was quite the epic voyage.
What a journey. What a quest.
Yes.
People don't say quest enough. That was good.
Farah, what does DING stand for this week?
DING stands for dream, if not gallop.
Lovely.
DING.
That's lovely. If you would like to get in touch about chess experiences that you've had, you can.
Please tell us all of your chess experiences.
I don't know, maybe you're a representative from Disney Pixar and you want to make us an offer for our concept. You can find us at DingFloob.
On all kinds of social media.
Yes, absolutely. Give us a follow.
Write about us.
We'll probably make a RuneScape account after this week's episode.
Please post your costume ideas for all of the different characters of that quest and hashtag DING.
We'd love to see them.
We'd love to see what you guys come up with for that.
So, here it is. This episode's hit, A Horseless Knight's Tale by D2, F8 and B3. See you next time.
Bye.
This tale is a tale of a knight named Fred and his trusty steed, Sandra. He was a chess piece, but he wasn't at peace, and on the board he was bored. Between the bishop and castle they stood, and in an L they moved, but he knew there was more than the board. The king, he said,
"Don't venture out there."
The queen, she said,
You're a fool.
"We're done with this fight, I'm more than a knight, these endless battles are cruel."
Said Fred, so they went to the edge and they made a pledge to the pieces gathered around.
"We will find what's out there, beyond the board."
Sandra galloped and Fred looked out and they spied a house of green. A mustachioed man tried to sell it to them, but Sandra said,
I won't fit.
"Your squares may be varied, you may have cards, and your people may take chances, but you're still stuck in the boundaries of a board."
Said Fred. They ventured on, but their way was blocked by a field of serpents and steps.
"Climb these steps or slide down my back, your options here are few."
Sandra said,
Hey, get back, fell beast.
and Fred drew his sword, and so began the battle of the board. The battle was won, our heroes pushed on, for they knew there was more to see.
What hole do I see yonder? Little ponies galloping free.
Said Sandra.
I found my people, I know what I want. Goodbye, I wish you well.
And Fred, he felt far from the board. Fred wandered on, sad and alone, pondering.
Should I have left? Were the king and queen right? Now I'm horseless in the dead of night.
But he came across a tower, and he thought,
This is my chance to see all there is to see. Maybe then I'll know where I belong.
so he started to climb, but the tower wasn't stable. With every single step a piece fell to the table, and as the tower quaked, he ran but wasn't able, as Fred had never ran before. His hamstrings were poor, then he fell into the drawer, where he stayed for 700 years or more.
But don't feel sorry for Fred, because you don't know what was in that drawer. In that drawer, Fred found communities. Communities of Tamagotchis, Furbies, Beyblades, blue tack, batteries, staples, and together they built cities. And Fred lived happily among them. He finally found where he belonged.
Now he knew there was more than the